Everybody, Michael here from Get Fit Over 40, and I think this is a really important video. I want to talk about the comment that I hear. I hear it online, I hear it from friends sometimes, I hear it just from people I bump into, talk to, get on the subject of fitness. It comes up often for me, just maybe because of the way I look. Sometimes it'll just kind of pop up. People will ask me how often I train and stuff like that. What's your bench press? Things like that. It just comes up sometimes from perfect strangers. Anyways, the comment I hear is, I just don't have time for exercise, or I just don't have time to go to the gym. Okay, so now this really, it's going to come down to priority at the end of the day. But let's get into it. Let's first off though, let's talk about people that I really, I can't say anything negative about, and I'm not here to say negative things about people, but there are a certain class of people that literally don't have time for training or working out or exercise. There are people out there that are just running ragged all the time, like they're burning the candle at both ends. Okay, there are those people. Maybe they've got two jobs. They just, they need two jobs to pay the bills. Maybe it's a single mom, single dad. So they're literally working, 60 to 80 hours a week. Then they're trying to cook dinners, they're trying to drop kids off at places, they're trying to pay the bills, they're trying to do just, house cleaning and whatnot, just keep their lives in order. And the idea of adding another layer of something on there like fitness is going to be tough. I do get it. There are people like that out there. And to be honest, those people are probably so busy and so active that they're probably the kind of person that doesn't need it as much. They're just always going, okay? So they're not living sedentary lives, right? So I'm talking about people, that have your 9-to-5 job or 5-day a week. It's not typical to have a 9-to-5 job anymore, but 5 days a week, say 40, 50 hours a week, whatever it is. If that's you've got that kind of a job. Maybe you've got, a home. You've got things like that, kids, whatever, pets. You've got other things going on in your life. I get it. There's things that take up your time. So I'm talking about those types of people, And so, I do hear people like that. They're like, I just don't have time. By the time I finish work, we do dinner, we get some things done. I, spend some family time or whatever. Maybe take the kids to something that's going on. And then all of a sudden at the end of the day, I'm just beat, I'm tired, and I just don't feel like it. And I get that, okay? So life is pretty busy. And then later on, we might be talking about something else and the conversation comes up. And this is kind of my point here, okay? It's about priorities. So all of a sudden the conversation comes up like literally 5-10 minutes later after we talked about how they don't have time at all. There's just no time to exercise. And we're talking about all the Netflix shows they're watching, the series that they're PVRing on their whatever system they're using, and all the stuff they're watching. And I'm like, holy smokes, you have time to watch all of those shows, yet you can't find even a half an hour, 3, 4, maybe 5 days a week. If that's what I'd suggest. Try to get at least 4 or 5 days a week of some sort of exercise in. You can't find a half an hour to 45 minutes to do that, just to quickly hit something, some sort of exercise. Yet you can watch 2 to 3 hours of shows a day. And I know the shows are kind of like your downtime. I have shows that I watch kind of late at night because that's my downtime. And everybody needs that little bit of downtime, right? We just relax. You can't just be going all the time. But some of the amount of downtime is questionable here. Is what I'm saying. Is they seem to have a lot of downtime, a lot of time for shows and things like that. And yet, or it could be internet browsing, it could be social media. It doesn't always have to be TV, but a lot of us are like that. We're either on our phones, texting, chatting, social media, watching YouTube videos like this one. Don't stop doing that. Or we're on the TV, PVR, watching PVR programs, Netflix, all of this stuff, right? It's not like you're going out with friends and hanging out. It's just like this sort of downtime. And I think a lot of us have way more of that going on than we realize. And it comes down to priority. There's always some time, right? You've got to prioritize the time. When is it going to work for you? If you're tired in the evening and you find at the end of the day you just don't have the energy, then maybe you're the kind of person that needs to go before work. And I know it's hard, and some people can do it, some people can't, but you got to figure out a time where you put a priority, and the priority is your health and fitness, where you're going to get some exercise in. Right? You can start out small even. You can just start making it a habit even 15, 20 minutes of something, right? Now, if for some reason you just can't do a gym activity or workout or some sort of thing like yoga, you can't go to a class or whatever, or go to some facility to do something, that's fine. There's so many other ways of getting exercise. You know, just getting out for a fast-paced walk, if you have pets or something, or dogs or whatever, maybe bike rides, rollerblading. So here's another thing: if you have kids and you don't want to take away from your family time, then find an activity that's, you know, going to get you going, that's healthy, and it's activity, instead of just, you know, playing video games with your kids and that's your sort of like family time, or maybe a board game, or just watching a movie in front of the TV. Get out and do something, right? Find something active you can do as a family. Get everyone involved. That's, you know, that's exercise. You don't all have to be bodybuilders, right? You don't all have to have six packs. It's just more about just getting active, adding some sort of level of fitness to your life that's missing. And, you know, it's going to be way more rewarding than watching some stupid TV series and getting all involved in that. I mean, yeah, I get the downtime thing, I get the relaxation thing, but you know how much better you're going to feel if you can also get some exercise in, and then maybe, you know, watch a program or two, right? So there's always time, with a very few exceptions, to get some sort of activity in, even if it's just a little home workout that you do for 15 minutes, where you do a set of push-ups, maybe air squats, sit-ups. You know, maybe you have a chin-up bar you can hang from a door or something. You get some chin-ups in. There's all kinds of body weight things you can do without any equipment. You know, rubber bands, mats on the floor. There's all kinds of things. You can get maybe a kettlebell and do some stuff. You can make a program. There's all kinds of stuff online to help you with a little even at-home program that you do in your basement, or in a spare bedroom or something, or wherever. Just pull something out in your living room. There's really no excuse, unless you're that person that's just running off the rails, and by the time you finally, like, literally are done for the day, you put your head on the pillow and you pass out. If you're that person, you're off the hook, okay? And you know, I wish you all the best, and I respect you for how hard you're going through life and putting the time in, because, you know, you're probably doing it for a reason, and you're being very unselfish in life, giving up your time probably mostly for others. And you know what? I respect that. Everybody else, do something. Stop making excuses. Stop watching your Netflix. Stop surfing YouTube. Stop, you know, whatever, playing video games. Take some of that time, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, even an hour. I mean, an hour, 5 days a week, 5 hours out of your week, just to get some health and activity in, some health and fitness in. It's totally doable. All right? So hopefully you can take some of this and apply it to your lives. And again, stop making excuses. Just get it done. All right? Thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, take care.